What's up, fellow Avengers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showcasing the new Sparks of the Futures, basically grids that you can use in the game. So, as you are well aware, the new Sparks of the Future DLC is out now for Xbox One, and today we are going to be looking at the new stuff. Just a quick showcase to show you what there is. So essentially, let's start over here. We have the brand new gate, and I think that's come out in the frostbite scenario, so it's one of the two. But we got a gate, and obviously we have some sci-fi interior blocks, which look pretty cool. Now, with the Sparks of the Future pack as well, we get new button panels. So we just turn on the HUD. There we go. That's pretty cool. It's like a single button. As you can see, we have some sci-fi bar counters, a corner counter and a single counter. We have these wicked cool neon lights that I think are cool, and you can individually colour them as well with your paint tool. Obviously, these are the various button panels. Obviously, that are new. You got the single button. You got a futuristic 4-button panel, and this like wall-mounted like keyboard panel, which presumably is the same as a control panel. I haven't quite used it yet. But yeah, pretty cool so far. Now let's get into the best bit. Obviously, this door come with the frostbite. Now, obviously it's a bit in your face, but if you like my content, please subscribe. But yes, we finally have letters that we could stick on our grids instead of having to make letters and that using small grid. We have finally letters, and wow, it does make a big difference. So you can name your ships now or whatever you want without having to worry about small grid or large grid trying to work out blocks. Just slap a letter on, sorted. So yeah, if you like my content, please feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to like and comment. I am trying to reach 500 subscribers because I am going to give away a game when I get there. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you're interested. Now, let's get on to the bit that we have all been waiting for. Hinges. Now, these hinges are going to be awesome. I've already toyed around with them a little bit, but so much easier than pressing rows. And something went boom. What was that? Not sure what went boom. Nothing, I don't think. Alright. So as you can see, it started from over here. We have, obviously, this for large grid and small grid as well. We have the small grid 1x1 hinge, which is going to come in handy a lot. Then we have a 3x3 hinge for small grid. Now, obviously, with the large grid, you just have the standard. Thank you. Now, obviously, with the large grid, you just have the standard, obviously, 1v1 large grid hinge. But the best thing is, it's just like the rotors. You can take off the head and put a small head on. So, as what I've basically done here to showcase this. So, that's a small head on a large grid hinge. So, pretty cool. I'm not sure you can do it the other way around, but pretty sure you could have a go. So, obviously, yeah, those are your hinges. Then we got our, finally, I've been more excited about having these than I have the hinges because I like building a small grid. We have small grid doors. Now I can finally make airtight my small grid ship, especially the starship I'm building. You got two designs. You got the two doors that open from the center outward, and then you got, close it, a full door that slides into the wall there. Not quite sure which is my favourite. I think obviously those are going to be more interior, I would think, and that could be like an airlock. It's completely how you want to work it, but yes, finally, small grid doors. So Xbox One is going to get some nice builds coming. Now on to the fancy stuff. We got sci-fi looking atmospheric thrusters. Now it's the same for obviously large grid, but we got a large small grid and a small grid, and the same goes for large grid. We got like a large grid and a slim large grid. Now, basically, nothing's really changed in their performance. It's just literally the look of them. They look more like wiry and futuristic. And the same can be said for these beautiful engines. Now, these are iron engines, and they're basically the same, you know, from large grid, small grid. And I must say, they look awesome. Now, if I quickly whip one out. Now, obviously, these aren't in your engine radial menu. You have to go all the way to decoration 3 at the end. So if you can't find them, don't worry, they're there. Obviously, as long as you purchase the DLC. But have a look at these, like, square. Now, I much prefer these to these. So, if you're like me and prefer the square over the circle, please let me know down in the comments and see how many people like the new stuff compared to the old stuff, because I am like loving the look of the new stuff. And if Keen keep pumping out this content and it's on fire, oh yeah, because the top one, let's get a boom. Anyway, yeah, if Keen keep pumping out all these new DLCs, this game's just gonna keep getting even greater than it already is. So yeah, that's basically all in the Sparks of the Future. Now, there is a new scenario which is called Sparks of the Future scenario. I haven't actually played it yet, but when I do, I'll definitely be putting that on my channel to keep you guys, sorry, it went boom then, yeah, keep you guys up to date with that. Obviously, this is a bit of thing I just toyed around with the engines. Now, these are the large grid, small grid. No, large grid, small ones, I think. Yeah, I think so, because I believe the big ones are the bigger. Yeah, these are the size of the big ones. Pretty beastie. Now, they look so awesome. Can't wait to put them in a few of my designs. Now, the circle engines do go with things, but yeah, obviously my starship, and obviously I got the starship, the small doors. I got a small door here. It is there. There it is. Now I can, once obviously I figure out, still haven't figured out how to do the nose cone yet, but I'm gonna get there. But yeah, but once I figured out how to do the top, we can get this puppy airtight and it'll act like a proper starship then. And once I've obviously finished this model, which has taken me a long time to get the plumbing right, I've had numerous explosions on the plumbing. Yeah, once I've got it done, I'll go build the, I would say I'll build the super heavy, but don't know now if you've got enough PCU. I think we have got enough PCU. PCU limit should have enough for the super heavy booster. But generally though, the starship can take off from the Earth like on its own, so I might not have to make one. But yeah, I built this arm here earlier just to play around with it. I don't know if it's attached. No, it's not. Yeah, some things you can do. I think I've locked it actually.
No energy.
Yeah. It's just basically like a construction arm. I was trying to get it to like attach or have a welder on. Yeah, just toying around with it. So obviously both ends of the hinge have a connection port, so you can connect up to obviously tubes and whatnot, and engines, hydrogen engines and stuff. Yeah, it's just some things you can do with it. I just think it's awesome now that we have a different type of like hinge, because obviously I use rotors quite a lot to do exactly what this is doing. So to have hinges, this just makes life so much better. So I think that's about it for this little showcase. Obviously I rambled on a little bit, but hey ho. If you like this little video on the showcasing the new Sparks of the Future content, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Dr. McKay, bringing you a new video on Space Engineers. Happy building, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.